I am Landlin, and today we're taking another look at Loadout. They actually just recently reached an important milestone in their development process, and they updated us with a pretty big list of stuff. A lot of new features and changes, a lot of fixes, and they've identified a few known issues and stuff like that. They've also introduced the Spacebucks buying system, since, as you know, this is a free-to-play game. So they got to have their like little microtransaction store so they can at least, you know, make some money, keep the game going, keep the servers on. So yeah, you can now buy Spacebucks with real-world currency if you choose to do so. And for everyone that's actually currently in the beta, they're actually giving us 10,000 free Spacebucks to spend on whatever the fuck we want, which I think is pretty freaking sweet. It's not very often that, at least not recently, in a lot of betas where the developers will actually just give you free in-game currency to use for whatever. At least as far as what I've seen, what I've participated in. So anyway, let's take a look at the new changes. Alright, so like I said, you can buy Spacebucks. I covered that already. Full character customization has been enabled. So before, how you could only play as just the same person every time, now you can actually customize your person, make yourself look a little bit different. Now, however, the character parts that you equip will only show up on your character. No one else is going to be able to see it. So you will look different, but everyone else will look the same. And you can only have one outfit for all of your loadouts. Now, that's temporary, and it'll be fixed pretty soon. The character parts and taunts are now purchasable with Spacebucks, so if you want a different taunt and you want, you know, different character parts, you got the Spacebucks that you can spend it on. And of course, the UI for purchasing Spacebucks with real money is of course now active, and will pop up if you attempt to purchase an item in which you'd like the funds to buy. Excuse me. So yeah, if you're going around looking at items, which I actually think this is really convenient, because a lot of times when you go to buy something in games with microtransactions, it'll just be like you don't have enough money. But this gives you the option, if you don't have enough money on your account, it'll pop up, be like, hey, do you want to go ahead and buy some stuff? So you don't have to go navigating menus and crap. It's real nice. And as you can see, the game still runs just as smooth as it did. So, awesome. I really like that. As far as fixes go, crashes, fix the crash while using jump boots and carrying the flag. I never had that problem because I didn't have any jump boots. Bunch of camera fixes that were fixed upon death. There was a bug fix where jumping enemies would fall through the floor when lag was really bad. Wow, yeah, that's a good one to fix. You can now taunt during the pre-match countdown, so that's pretty nice. And, you know, just general stability fixes, which I definitely noticed. Little known issues and important notices. The randomized button on character customization has been disabled to improve performance. I guess they're having problems with FPS dropping really bad for some people whenever they randomize something, you know, try to load up all the different random crap. So that's been disabled for now. If a character respawns while their corpse is near proximity mines, the respawning body will set off the mines. So I guess that's a bug that's been fixed. Users will manually equip an outfit after they have purchased it. Yeah, so if you purchase an outfit, you have to make sure you go in and manually equip it. It won't do it automatically. It's an issue. Obviously, they prefer for it to be automatic, but right now it's bugged. It's not doing it automatic. So remember that. And any Spacebuck purchases that you make in Loadout with real world currency at this stage in the beta will be credited to your player account once the game has officially launched. So I think right now they aren't actually releasing Spacebucks per se, though they might actually they might be now, because it's actually been a few days since the patch dropped since I made this video. I'm a little behind. It's okay. I'm busy. But anyway, they did release a hotfix, so let's take a look at the hotfix. Alright, now they fixed several issues. I'm actually reading this directly from the patch notes, so I'm going to go ahead and read their little excerpt they have here. We fixed several issues, detailed below. I wanted to provide our testers with a special holiday build during the new year. Since this is most likely our last build of Loadout for 2012, we've reduced the cost of weapon parts and tweaked our reward system, allowing players the chance to win more Spacebucks after each match. We'll also be bringing everyone back up to 10,000 space bucks as a thank you for your continued support. This will happen as soon as the build goes live, and many take an hour or two to get everyone back up to 10k. Oh, if you have any questions or concerns, of course, support at loadout.com. We are always listening, and they do. They're a really good dev team. They're a really good customer service team. I've liked working with them so far. So I've emailed kind of back and forth a little bit, just asking about some, posting videos and if it's alright and everything. And they've been really cool. So anyway, a few new features and changes that they introduced in the hotfix. Now, of course, the 10,000 space bucks they've already taken care of that. So if you're watching this video now and you haven't logged in since then, sorry again, a little late. But anyway, they changed the starting inventory from 5 gun kits to 1 of each weapon part. So I guess. Oh, okay. They're trying to. Okay, I see what they did there. This is kind of an effort to kind of balance things a little bit because they're starting to get ready to, really get the game going live. I guess they're starting to kind of dial stuff down a little bit because a lot of times in betas things will be a little bit more. They'll be more enhanced than what they normally would be in the game, just to give the players the opportunity to really see everything and play with everything. So anyway, increase the frequency and amount of space bucks awarded after a match, so that's pretty sweet. Reduce the cost of existing weapon parts, and your space book accounts will be brought back up to 10,000, just like we saw before. And of course, fixed a bunch of issues as far as stability and stuff, so let's cover those. Alright. Fix numerous crash issues to improve stability. So I guess on the build that we were just talking about a moment ago, I guess they're having a lot of crash issues as far as stability goes, and all those have been fixed. Fix an issue where guns would expire or become blueprints after purchasing new parts, exiting the game, and then entering the game. Awesome. General UI fixes. Again, more camera fixes upon death. Another fix as far as the jump boots and carrying the flag. Huh, these actually seem to be very similar to the same ones. Okay, couple different ones in there. So, anyway, those are the changes to Loadout currently. It's still a fantastic game. I'm actually really pleased to see that more and more people are getting on every day and playing Loadout, really giving the developers a lot of feedback, and it's allowing them to create a really fun, amazing game that I really hope does really well. And I think it will. It's a lot of fun, especially for people that like TF2, that might want to break from TF2. This is a really good alternative. So anyway, that pretty much covers everything. I've been Lanolin. If you want to play Loadout, if you want to get into the beta now, I'm going to have a link in the description where you can go and sign up. They give out keys every day, so if you want one, chances are you'll have one in a couple days. If not, within a few hours. So anyway, thanks for watching. As always, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a rating, and tell me how you think of this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.